Hello.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
There are 11 people watching already, and 6 of you have put a like on, and we haven't even done anything yet. So thank you for your enthusiasm.
Please do not take that as some sort of hint to remove said like.
No, of course you can't unlike a like.
We should say, I'm Lizzie and this is Sean.
Hi.
We are from Festive Design, and this is Stitching Live.
This is Stitching Live. Welcome if you're joining us today live.
Welcome.
Thank you. If you're joining us today later in your day, that's awesome too. Thanks for making us a part of your week.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I should have grabbed a different color thread. Continue.
I thought you told me only moments ago off camera and downstairs that you had all the thread that you needed.
I have it. It's just I didn't get it out.
Well, I'll just keep vamping a little bit. It's been 2 weeks. We weren't here last week. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to our live on Instagram this past Thursday night for our special announcement with Audrey Tokach, who is now a permanent member of the design team at Pasha Design.
A regular contributor.
A regular contributor. Sorry, we're still working on the verbiage. And by
We're not.
we, I mean I'm still working on the verbiage. And most of you have joined the Facebook Pashta fan stitching group. But if you haven't and you're hearing about that for the first time, well, that's out there for you in the world as well. So thank you. So many people are saying hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Florence, y'all. Here we go. Shari says, I always go smash that like button when I hit notify me days before. Okay, this is great. Okay.
Now we know.
Yeah, so we're stitching Festive Wreath today.
Yes.
Let's get that on screen.
We are stitching the Festive Wreath today.
And people love the Festive Wreath.
I should show the actual wreath die. So the Festive Wreath is a details die. So you actually need the statement alphabet O to do the whole thing.
So what you're holding there, that circle, is actually a letter.
This is a letter.
That's a statement alphabet letter.
Letter O.
That's the letter O. It's behind the pop-up right now. Hang on. There you go.
The statement alphabet letter O.
What happens if I don't have the statement alphabet letter O and I buy the Festive Wreath details die that we're going to stitch with today?
You won't have outer edges to cut anything.
Got it. So when I do this edge right here that I just put back on the screen.
So here you'll see this die, the details die.
The Festive Wreath details die.
Correct. It does not have a cutting edge on the outside or the inside. It just has these details in the center.
Got it. So if I want to actually cut out a circle that's the appropriate size to make this wreath.
So you need to cut out your circle first.
Okay, let me switch this around because it's getting super involved already. Here we go.
Sorry.
You have to apologize.
We're a little tight in for this.
Get out of here.
Thing.
There we go.
So, yes, you start with the statement alphabet letter O, and then I've got that clip there so I can know how to line everything up.
Wait a second, you have a what there?
I have a clip.
Oh my gosh, it's
a happy little fairy sent me a present.
Oh,
and so those quilt clips that we were talking about during the last live that I had never used before.
You're going to use them?
I now have them to hold things. And I can already tell I'm going to like them. In
classic Stitching Live fashion, we haven't tested this off camera. We're just going to insert to your stitching process a tool
new thing
that we've never used before, live and on camera.
Correct. Well, here's the thing.
We're doing it live.
Generally, I am a make-do kind of person.
Uh-huh.
Because we didn't have extras when I was a kid, so I'm a make-do kind of person. So when there is a thing to make my life easier and more convenient, I don't necessarily run to buy it, but now that I have this thing, can tell you I think it will be worthwhile.
People are excited that the clip has already made an appearance.
Yes.
And people are excited across the pond, but Baker's Dozen landed at Sharon's house today. That's really awesome. And Barbara got her instructions for Santa. That's awesome. And Rhonda's here, happy to be able to watch today because she's back from physical therapy after a total knee replacement.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, okay. I hope that you have some stitching projects to keep you entertained.
This is great. We're familiar with Tuesday surgeries. So
Indeed we are.
Indeed we are.
So you start with the statement letter O.
Okay, so you die cut a letter O.
And then you take this details die.
And then you take the Festive Wreath details die.
Correct.
Okay.
And without a clip on it, you line it up. And this die does come with a a stitching guide. So it shows you kind of how the notches show the holes. I think it's one hole at the top and it'll show 2 holes at the bottom to make sure that you're straight and even and everything. And you die cut a second time, and that will get you this sort of lacy pattern. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you can just sew through that layer all these little details. I like to sew through that layer and a center layer, like a contrast layer. So these 2 pieces would be connected, and then you sew this on the back.
Uh-huh.
But that's personal preference. But that's how we're going to show you today, because that is how I do it. So
those are all the die cutting tips.
Those are the die cutting tips.
Spectacular. And
Yes.
It's like you went from one clip to all of a sudden it is just Clip Town USA over here.
Well, this one is to keep them together a little bit.
Look, I have no bicker with how many clips you have. I'm just so excited.
This one is just so I know where the top clip was.
And you've got them kind of, that first one you've got in coordinating Christmas colors. That's
Yes,
a little off-brand.
one-
Usually we're a little bit more helter-skelter than that. But that's okay.
I'm trying to get myself together today. So
Get it.
in addition to the wreath parts, there's also a small poinsettia.
Uh-huh.
And this is designed such that there are 3 holes and they line up so that if you have one going one direction and one going the other direction, the holes will line up just right.
They interlock. They don't interlock.
No, they layer.
They layer. Okay.
But you can see how they form an alternating petal design there. And then there's the bow, which we will put together. This one is very similar to the bow in Fresh Flowers, which we did for our very first Stitching Live.
Wow, all those years ago.
It was January.
All those years ago.
So if you're interested in that die, we've done the bow there as well.
Got it.
And then there's the flower center, and then there is a die for placing the flower, but I'm just gonna freehand.
You're gonna freehand that today. I'm still caught up on the Fresh Flowers videos. If you go back and watch that one, you'll see pictures of me when I was younger.
6 months.
Yeah.
In fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot younger. Okay.
I mean, sometimes it feels that way, I suppose.
Fresh Flowers. There you go.
Fresh Flowers.
I can't believe you remember what our first Stitch Live video was. I have no recollection of those kinds of things. I don't remember details like that.
one.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you doing? You're getting some thread on your needle right
I'm
now?
just going to get some thread on my needle. I'm using conifer and soft jade together today.
Oh, wow.
I thought they made kind of a pretty...
Soft jade is the interior layer. When you were doing that, I was doing there was a lot of camera moving around happening there, so I was only like 20% listening. But I got what you're doing there. You've got soft jade on the inside.
I'm gonna have soft jade on the inside
of the conifer.
It shows through.
I see that.
And so I'm going to thread my needle with 368, which is what I use for soft jade, to do all the stitching thing. Yes, I see a Lewis. Lewis may join us. All right, let me make sure I'm actually on screen here.
On screen. Hey, Lulu.
Because I was not. There we go.
Come on, bud.
All right, so the reason I've got these clipped together is because this way I've got my inner and outer holes lined up, and then it's easier for me to just...
Okay.
I'm doing running stitch. What?
So you do you. I have 2 new jobs today. Okay, so first, as if I don't have enough to do on these lives, sitting in this chair with a laptop.
Is one of them keep Louie off the table?
Yeah. So the first job that I now have is I'm animal handler, and I failed. I failed already. It's already over, folks. Hey. We're done already. There's that, and then the second job I have is understanding the clips. Lulu, come on, buddy. Seriously, needs to go.
Come on,
needs to go.
There you go.
See you later, buddy. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
I knew he was going to be trouble today.
This is my first day.
When I came upstairs to get everything kind of tidied up and ready to go, he was already jumping up on the table and trying to get attention.
Yeah, it turns out he's putting the live in live. That's Louie over here. He is just, he wants everyone to remember that we're doing this live.
Attention.
Attention. Yeah, that's Louie. Okay, so you explained that you had your clips where you did strategically, so that way you can stitch the inner and the outer holes?
Well, no, I just have them sort of equidistant from one another. This one at the top is here, so I know where it is. I have this one lined up with where this one is, so when I go to do the outer edges, I don't have to guess.
Say that again. Tanya and I were talking about how overworked I was in the chat.
Right.
Sorry, what was that? I was so overworked I couldn't even listen. I
have that clip on the back piece.
Okay.
Lined up with where the clip is on the top of this front. So that when I go to connect the front and the back, I don't have to figure out where my holes line up again, because that's the trickiest part of the letter O is because it's a circle, but the inside has fewer stitching holes than the outside. You've got to figure out exactly where they are to line up. And
you're saying the hardest part of the Festive Wreath is lining up the interior stitches for the circle and the exterior. Okay, got it.
Yes. So I've got that clip there. So I've already done the rotating and rotating and rotating. I don't have to do it a second time.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand. So what I think I took from that is that when you are about to join all these layers together,
I'll just
you're just going to line up the clips and then we'll be off to the races.
Indeed.
Okay, great.
All right, so there's one.
That was a very quick snip. So you just stitched the first interior stem.
What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing over there, man. Louis, come on. You're making us look bad, dog. What are you doing? Come on, Louis. Act like you've done this before.
He has. We have not learned. That's the problem.
Oh, Elaine's got to go back to work. Have a good day at work, Elaine.
I'm sorry, Elaine. Have a good time.
Or good afternoon. She says work is calling. That's funny.
This will be back. This will be available whenever you get back to it.
That's right. You come back later and you can pick up at the 12-minute mark.
I'm sorry. I'm rethreading my needle because I was just using a little scrap of thread earlier from on my first. Hi, Lewis.
Let's see. Sue says, I am so excited to make the wreath. I just love all the tips you provide in your videos, and it sure makes a difference for me. I bought this die set, and I've been waiting for the video. Thank you both so much. You're welcome, Sue.
I'm glad that they're helpful, because I don't know if I'm being helpful or not, honestly, most of the time. I feel like I'm just yammering at
We've heard enough messages from folks now that I feel pretty comfortable that we are reasonably helpful in the stitching videos. She also says hi from Connecticut. We love you out there in Connecticut. That's awesome.
We do love New England.
I did text a certain Connecticut friend earlier to see if they might be able to join us today. We shall see.
How's he doing?
I have no idea. I mean, I already have Louis here in the chat that I'm trying to take care of, so I don't know that
one animal at a time.
I don't know that I need another wild card, Mr. Newberry, in the chat. I don't really know.
Now, this does not... There aren't placement holes in the soft jade layer. So I'm just using the holes in the conifer as a guide as to where my needle should be going.
Oh, so there's just a hole in the top layer, and then you're going right into the interior layer without really making sure that anything is lined up.
What?
You don't have to line up the interior stitching of the stems.
Because there's none.
Yeah, okay.
Which is why I say if you wanted to just stitch the top layer, you just have to hide your threads like in these empty spaces. But I just find it a little bit tidier to have the two layers together.
Got it. So you don't have to use an interior layer at all.
I would.
Oh, what did you just said right there? What I heard you say was you don't have to stitch.
Well, you could make it a 2-layer thing.
Okay.
And then you would just have to hide your stitches. The thing is, if you make it a 2-layer thing,
a 2-layer item.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't. Did I sew through one? I did. Shoot.
I don't know.
You can't stuff it.
If it's 2 layers, you can't stuff it.
No, it would have to be a flat thing. Lois.
No, thank you. Unless you're coming to see me. Yeah, if you just couldn't figure out how to get up here. Come here, buddy. There's so much room. There's so much room.
If you're...
Come on, bud.
Louis, you're hitting me in the head with your tail. But...
Well, I'm trying to... Okay.
animal handler, huh?
Yeah, look, what do you... If I handle him too roughly, somebody here is going to call the SPCA or the PETA. There we go. Okay, there it goes.
The PETA.
Nobody call PETA, okay? No way.
So yes, you could do this as a 2-layer thing, but then you wouldn't be able to stuff it.
Okay.
So I like doing it this way because then, like, you're just you're adhering the front to the back essentially, and then you can stuff it as you go. As
you're working on this wreath and zhuzhing the wreath, what I'm most curious about is not the stitching. It's about everybody in the chat and what their other wreath game is like, because like decorating wreaths is a whole craft in and of itself, is it not?
Yeah, totally. And like you could do these for other seasons. I saw somebody do them in like oranges and yellows for autumn, and that was super duper pretty. I
want to know if you've got a long or even a short or distinguished history in doing any kind of like
wreath
decorating or it's like flower arranging, right? Like I remember, I don't know if the Michaelses are like this anymore, but right, there's this time 10, 15 years ago when you walked into a Michael's and the first thing you saw was like all the floral stuff.
I think they still have florals, but it's not as many.
It's not like front and center when you walked in the door.
No,
that used to be the thing.
It's just not as big as it was.
As big, yeah, it used to be very large, and that's what they would always be doing, like wreath classes there. It was like you could never fails.
I don't know.
Am I crazy?
I think it depends on the location. They didn't do classes at the one out at the mall.
Really, the one at Morris Crossing or whatever?
They had like, you could go in and order custom stuff, but I don't think they ever had classes. Not in that front area. They have a classroom, but it's up off the front of it was over by the registers. I don't know if they even still have it.
Oh, I just figured that if you showed up at the right time, you would just see a whole bunch of people gathered around the table while they were teaching a class. And I've been in Michael's in lots of times a day. I've been there at open. I've been there near close. I've been there. I've seen it all.
You have seen quite a bit of Michael's, yes.
That's right. Kelly says hi. She made it.
Yay!
I love it. I can hear everybody's breathlessness when they get here. Woo! I made it.
Well, we'll be here for a minute.
You can always put us on in the car while you're driving. Just put that phone in the cup holder, and then just, you'll be fine. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Tanya says, I decorated a Christmas wreath when my kids were young, probably 30 years ago, and I still put that wreath up every year. There you go. Shari has never done a class, but she's seen her mom make them for years.
Oh.
Barbara says, I have a new window wreath or half wreath in my front window, which changes monthly. And Deb says, I've had the same Christmas wreath for 25 plus years. There you go. Tried and true.
When I was pregnant.
When you were pregnant.
Bajillion years ago.
That was only...
It was 5 years
Hang on a second. That was only 10 times as far away ago as the spring flowers.
It was 2019. The Granville Garden Club.
Yeah.
Got together and made wreaths for people who didn't leave their apartment, like shut-in type
For shut-ins, that's right.
And that was really fun. I had never made a wreath before that, and they were all very encouraging despite my clear novice. But I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to the fact that what we're doing today is a particular type of craft on this very specific object that in and of itself has literally a whole world of traditional crafting involved in just the one thing, right? The wreath.
Sure.
It's a pretty cool thing.
It is a cool thing.
Mm-hmm. The only wreath I think I've ever made, quote unquote, is the time that I made one of those like 2B fabric braided wreaths. Do you know what I'm talking about?
For my aunt for Christmas.
For your aunt for Christmas, yeah. So you stitch those lengthy
tubes.
Those lengthy cylinders, and then you stuff them, which is got to be the worst job in the world. And then you stitch them closed, and then you braid them together. And when you get done, it looks like a caveman made it.
Well,
that was me. That's the only wreath I've ever made.
Was that the year that we decided to make everything handmade for Christmas?
That was the year we decided to make everything handmade for Christmas, which when you are two people who've been married for only 2 years, living in an apartment on a college campus that's 800 square feet, and you don't have any time or money.
800.
Yeah, anyways, it was a terrible idea in retrospect, but that's the only time I ever made a wreath.
It worked out.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just working our way around. We're just doing the running stitch, using those top holes as a guide. And we're going to do the last long one here. Make sure to keep a tail.
Ooh, Mary says, first time here. Excited to start this one. Mary, I'm glad this is your first time here because we're about to throw our cat into the street.
We are not.
You keep it up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm the animal handler. You're the stitching talent, and I'm the animal handler. Okay.
Go lay in your bed, bud.
He's not doing that. He's over in the. I don't even know what he's doing in the corner. We did have a wreath making contest at work back in 2015. I made one out of old newspapers. It didn't win, but it got lots of compliments. Hey, that's all that matters. There you go. And Renee says, I wonder if our local assisted living will let us bring in some wreaths. She's always looking for things to do with her daughter. There you go.
Yeah, that's what they had done, at least with the garden party, or the garden club, is that they had contacted a couple of different assisted living places. And people could sign up if they wanted a wreath, because obviously not everyone celebrates Christmas, and so they didn't want to assume.
They didn't just want to show up and go like traipsing down the halls. Like you get a wreath, you get a wreath, and you get a wreath.
No, people could sign up if they wanted one.
Shari said she purchased a wreath today for a project. Winky face. Okay,
I think I might know what she's talking about.
There you go. Shari, I don't mind texting a wink here and there, but man, the wink in real life, don't wink at me. Okay, Sharon. I make them for store inspiration at work. Fake.
Oh, cool.
So I also have indoor wreaths throughout the year. Oh, look at that. Okay.
I love a felt flower wreath. I've made a couple of those.
You've made felt flower wreaths?
Mm-hmm. Where I made like felt flowers using just regular card making dies, and then glued them all to a wreath form or to like a grapevine wreath. I made one for your mom that one year. She still has it.
I have no doubt that all that's the case. I'm trying to imagine when the first thing that came to mind was
like the one up there.
Like the one up there. Oh, you mean like that thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, totally. Those flower wreaths that you made. When you started describing that, I was envisioning something that was like, I don't know, that looked like a lei or something. Like it was a bunch of flowers like around in a circle. You know what I mean? Or you used to make like as a kid you make stuff out of like dehydrated apple slices or something. You know what I'm saying?
I've never made anything out of dehydrated apple slices.
Sue would love to know the brand name of your stuffing of choice.
I just use polyfill.
Polyfill. That's POLY-FIL. No, don't knock into your camera there, Vinny.
Knock into my camera.
Okay.
Just get in the bag.
Polyfill, the original. Yeah, here you go.
But recently I've been told that felt roving is really great to use, and I'm just trying to get through that bag first.
How about a little product placement for our friend Sue? There you go. Take a screenshot if you need to.
What are you doing?
He's got a green pom-pom and he's having fun, okay? Leave him alone. It's also, Polyfill appeared, well, I don't know that they are currently celebrating 80 years, but when Lizzie bought this bag, they were celebrating 80 years. And now that I have this in my hands, I'll just...
Oh, good. He loves a crinkle.
This is made by Fairfield in Danbury, Connecticut.
There you go.
So I'm surprised Sue's not just finding it, laying on the curb everywhere she goes there in Connecticut. Right. They're probably handing it out in the suburbs with samples of Tide.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I've done all of my stitches.
Shari let me know that she 100% doesn't wink in real life.
I don't really wink in real life either, but I do share a wink via emoji.
I think that the iPhone camera should look at you, and if you don't wink at it when you try to type a winky face emoji, it doesn't let you send it.
So proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you had to wink in order to make a payment, like every time you use your Apple Pay, you had to wink at yourself.
Okay.
Get on that, Cupertino.
So I've got my wreath here. All of the stitches in the branches are done. So I'm going to put on some flowers.
Okay.
So.
Audrey says those bags last forever. I think I've had the same bag for a decade, LOL.
They do, but there is a die that you will see soonish, not super soonish, in a few months, that will suck up some polyfill. Trust me on this.
That is a beautiful wreath you have there. All of a sudden I looked over at the screen and I'm like, wow, look at that. That is, I don't care who you are. There is just symmetry and beauty right there.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, the ancient Greeks could have made that.
Okay.
Okay.
Ancient Greeks. Okay, so we're going to put on some flowers. And I'm going to put a bow on, so I don't want to put them like super close to the center.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of go with this vibe.
You're placing just, I was thinking this was a visual triangle, but no, you're doing 2 flowers.
I'm going to do a flower on each side.
Okay, a flower on each side of the center line.
I'm using, this is sunlight.
Okay.
There that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use 3823.
Sunlight, because is that a yellow center? The colors are reading weird for me.
Yeah, it's yellow, but it's not like super duper yellow because I wanted to, I'm going to put a couple of beads on, or a bead or 2 on here, and so I wanted the beads to stand out a little bit. Because you know how poinsettias have those like nubby centers?
Do I know how poinsettias have nubby centers?
Well, they've got like nubby centers.
I don't know. I'm just going to say
clustery middles.
Straight away, I'm going to say I cannot picture an image of a close-up. And the reason why is because like where I mostly saw poinsettias as a child was at church. Yeah. And I was never that close to them, right? They're up on the altar.
You weren't an acolyte or something?
I was an acolyte during those middle school years, but I wasn't taking the time to stop and smell the poinsettias. I had stuff to do. I had candles to light. I had candles to snuff. I had stuff to do. I'm not up there just lollygagging around. Oh, look at the center of this poinsettia.
But didn't you have to sit in like the front row between...
Oh, girl, no. You had a special seat that was like up there off to the side.
See,
but what if my month wasn't December?
We came down the stairs and had to sit in the very first seat in the very front row.
No.
So everybody's sitting there watching.
No, you got to be up there on you got a couple of steps behind the lectern over there. Pulpit's on the one side, lectern's on the other side. You sat behind that.
Yeah.
Right underneath the list of the hymns that were above your head.
Yeah.
And again, I say, if my month wasn't December, I would not have been like, I think we had a month. It was like...
You had a whole month?
Yeah, it was like, I had December, Joe Denhitter had November, freaking Ryan had like October.
We like rotated by the week. And sometimes like you got to do multiple weeks if somebody else was like not there.
No.
Which turns out I had a lot of weeks.
No, you had a month.
Heard that.
Okay,
so I'm just gonna sort of place my flowers. I'm gonna come up. I'm sort of flying blind a little bit, but you can...
You're flying blind because you said that you did not decide to do the placement holes on this thing, but you can.
No, because I'm stitching over some of the leafy bits.
Okay.
The stitching hole is really most functional. Hold on a second. It's most functional up here because there's a gap.
Got it. So if you're just joining us, very early on we explained some of the die cutting tips. We went through all the various dies that come with the Festive Wreath Details die, and one of them does the placement holes for this particular flower.
But it's just 3 dots, and I feel like I can just kind of wing it, and it's fine.
I think I'm hearing you say that if you could turn back time, you would have designed it without that die entirely. Is that what you're trying to say? No, you would always include it.
Some people like to use it, and it also takes up no space whatsoever. So
that's great.
It's worth putting it in for the people who really enjoy having it.
So Lizzie is freehanding where she's placing this particular flower.
A little bit.
But you could have decided early on to die cut exactly the spot where you wanted it to go.
You could. Yeah. But because I'm going over the leaves, you can't really die cut over the leaves because you'll get holes in places you don't want them, and it's a whole thing. So
yeah,
if you were, say, placing just one flower at this top and then putting just like beads and stuff around to embellish, that would be a different story. But anywho, I'm just gonna kind of, I don't want them to look super symmetrical because like a little interest goes a long way. We've got a couple people who are just, a couple of regulars have just joined in. So we got Tracy and Kelly, and now Mary Kobe's here. And don't adjust your television screen if you're watching at home, because we do have clips here today. Yes, we're doing our first Stitch Live event
with some clips.
They are helpful.
Oh, I gave Mary 2 demerits, and she says I deserve them. You don't really deserve them, Mary. There are no demerits, okay?
She gets no demerits.
There are no demerits for arriving later in the day. This is totally fine. I think the central bit of a poinsettia is the flower, and the red and white petals are actually leaves.
It's true.
Okay, I did not know that.
Indeed.
Wow. Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, all right.
I just...
there you go. There you go. Go, Sharon. It's your birthday. Okay, I didn't know that. That's great.
Yeah, they're...
We haven't established, but we've discussed before, they're native to, I believe, Central and South America. Is that correct?
I can't remember.
I believe the poinsettia is native to Central and or South America.
I do not recall what we found out.
That is my recollection.
Okay. So there we are.
Wow, that was so fast.
So there's that, well, there's that part. But now we're going to stuff it.
We're going to stuff it, okay.
But we have to start, like, sewing it together first.
Okie dokie.
So.
And that's going to be it on the festive wreath.
Well, we've got to make the bow.
Oh, yeah,
the bow requires...
So sorry.
You can stitch together all the parts of the bow, but
No, I'm
going to use...
Mom says Mexico.
Mexico.
There you go.
I'm going to use a combo of stitching and hot glue for the bow, so we'll get there in a second. But so this is why I put the clip on this back one, is so I knew where everything would line up when I went to go actually sew them together. So I'm going to take those off now, at least for a second. I might put one back on to keep it together. Of course, now that I say that, I'm like, did I actually get it lined up? I think I did. It's fine. It'll be fun. Yes,
and that's,
I did.
And your sandwich today is conifer, soft jade conifer.
Jade conifer, yes.
And you've got cardinal for the poinsettia.
And soft jade, sunlight for the middles.
Sunlight for the flowers.
Yes.
There you go.
And there will be a glacier bow.
Ooh, a glacier bow.
Yes. I just sort of, I know, I'm sorry.
Dang, people could see that one in the chat there. They don't always notice, like, you trying to swipe at me over here.
I'm not trying to swipe at you.
Trying to swipe over here.
I'm just trying to measure out my thread.
Did you hear that, everybody? She's not trying to swipe at me. Winky face.
Oh, stop.
Okay, there you go.
All right, I'm gonna measure out the outside.
You go ahead and measure that.
And then I will.
You're taking that conifer thread around the outside there to make sure you get the right, okay.
Well, because there's no point in doing this twice. If I just do it the longer one.
Jenny says the clip to identify the top of the wreath on both pieces is a great tip.
Well, I'm glad.
That's a tip clip.
Right. Okay. So I'm using 3 strands of thread. So this cut of thread will actually do both the inner and outer circle ultimately, because there are 6 strands and you only need 3 at a time. What is happening here?
Nothing's happening, except Mary is letting us know that they were first from Mexico and then they were developed in the greenhouses of the Encinitas, California.
Oh.
She used to photograph her little boys in fields of them. I just glanced over in a separate tab. It said they're actually a shrub.
Yeah, I think in the wild they get huge.
They're like hydrangea bushes, or they're like they're
big.
like shoot, don't say it. Like rhododendrons or something. They're that kind of shrubby.
Kind of big and shrubby.
Okay.
Which I think would be super cool to see.
Azaleas, if you're in the south.
We live in Ohio, where they would not survive outside. So.
Unless we had a Florida room.
We do not have a Florida room.
You're
gonna be fine.
Jeez Louise. All I have in this whole life is this tiny circle right here around my head, and I'm protecting it. I have to protect it.
To get tangled.
No, this, okay.
Jeez.
Ugh. It almost happened again.
No, it didn't.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna have to put the polyfill in between us. Like, I'm gonna have to sit.
Well, I'm gonna need that anyway.
With the polyfill like this to keep you from hitting me. Ah, dang. That was on camera.
That was on purpose.
Everybody saw that on camera.
Oh, boy.
Boy, okay.
Yeah. There, good boy.
Did Lulu, where is he, in his mushroom?
He's in his mushroom.
Okay, good. Louis has a little mushroom cave on the floor. Do you measure around the perimeter of the die with the thread and then double that, or is once around the perimeter enough? Is the question.
No, I do twice. I double it because I go once around and then I double it because the way that I stitch, I go with the running stitch, I go every other and then I double back. So you end up with like skipped holes, and then the doubling back is what fills in all those holes. So you have to do double
it on the way back. Okay, that's the answer there. Deb says their local zoo and conservatory hosts an annual poinsettia holiday show. They change the colors they use. It's beautiful.
That sounds pretty.
Mary lost the clips after she bought her clips, and they were on her desk the whole time.
They have been on my kitchen island, and I saw them today, and I thought to myself, I should use these today.
Shari says there's a local company been growing poinsettias for the past 50 years there. Okay.
All right, so to start here, I went in between the back and the front two pieces.
Okay.
And I'm just going to continue. I'm going to stitch around.
You're doing the outside first or the inside first?
No, I'm doing the inside first.
You're doing the inside of the wreath first?
Yes.
And why is that?
You can hide your tails inside the wreath.
Yeah, but why are you doing the inside first?
I just told you. You can hide your tails inside the wreath because the outside is still open for you to be able to...
What if I stitch the outside first? Why could I not hide my tails inside the wreath?
Well, you eventually could, but you'd have to do the pull through thing. It's just easier because this side is still open.
Okay.
And you've got more room to work when you're going out inside to outside. I hope that makes sense. So yes, I'm just doing a running stitch. There's... Oh, I was going to put beads on the... Well, that's fine. I thought about putting beads on the flowers, and then I didn't do it. I still have time to fix that.
You have so much time.
I'll fix that.
Yeah, you have to fix it right now, though.
Yeah, I do, because it'll be a pain in the tuchus.
Deb's shouting out the specific... What'll be a pain in the tuchus? Oh, you have to do it now because you're going to be stuffing it later?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to do...
Deb's shouting out the specific zoo. That's at the Como Zoo. We've been there.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a lot of okays.
I know.
So get your beading... Look at the way you've got that set up. It looks like it has a mouth and eyes and everything. Look at that.
That's funny.
I'm going to see if I can zoom this in any further because I was a little bit wider when we were looking at all the various die pieces. So let me see if I can tighten this guy up a little bit here. Or, nope, that's the opposite. I didn't want that. No, you can see the whole table now. Okay.
Well, the whole table's, I mean, it's a little messy, but I did some tidying just in case any...
I'm not sure that it got any tighter. I wasn't paying enough attention. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use this yellow thread again. And I'm going to go through the, I'm going to kind of cover up the holes for the flower centers. Does that make sense? With my beads. So they look all...
So you're not using sequins, but you are using beads.
Yeah, I'm going to just... I'm just going to use some beads.
Just some beads there. Okay.
Yes. Just to give it that, like, nubby look.
Mary's got to answer questions now about her about the eyeballs and her little mouse. So here we go. I'm waiting to see what the answer is there.
I love that mouse. I know we've talked about it a few times, but it's still true.
People excited about the mouse.
All right. This bead kit that I'm using is dip dyed, but that's just because I knew I had sunlight in that color story.
You had sunlight is a part of dip dyed.
And so I just decided to use dip dyed because it was convenient and it doesn't have any like other connection to this color palette at all.
Perfect. That's okay. Yeah, I can see that off to the side of the camera. It's underneath your little bubble right there, but there you go. We're pulling from that particular color story.
Yeah. To
get the sunlight beads there. That is dip dyed, which is an Eastery.
It is, but it had the sunlight, so I went with it. And so I'm just going to tie those beads off.
And how many beads are you putting in each of the flowers?
Three.
Three.
Because
okay.
It's like the holes in the flower center, there's 3 holes, and I was like, well,
A bead for each, okay.
A bead for each. That's right.
Mary and Barbara are talking to Shari about how much they like her new stitching designs at Lawn Fawn.
They're so cute. Have you seen the lemon?
No, I haven't seen. No.
Well, I know that you follow them too, so I just thought maybe you'd seen it.
No, I don't think that one's come across my. Is it the zesty lemon?
No, on the cross stitch stuff. Go to Shari's Instagram.
I don't have time to go to Shari's Instagram. Shari, if we keep this up any longer, she's gonna start sending me images. Hang on, man.
You can go to Shari's Instagram on my computer.
I'm already there on my phone.
Oh.
Already there on my phone. Oh, look at that.
See?
Oh, I did. No, those did fly past my my face at some point today. I did see them briefly. I'm so sorry that I was like, no, I haven't seen that. Definitely saw that. Way to go, Shari.
Super cute.
Oh, look, it says you're the zest.
Yeah, because lemons.
That makes me think that there should be like a Dawn soap commercial where they're singing Simply the Zest by Tina Turner in the background.
You're funny.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so I've got my beaded flowers done now. Sorry for the side quest, but I realized if I didn't do it, I would look at it and think to myself, I should have done that.
We're okay with the side quest. It's okay. You do what you got to do.
Because all these things do eventually end up in our house or being given as gifts. And so I don't want to think to myself, I should have done that.
That's right. These Stitching Live videos, it is very much it. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. You know? Yeah.
I think this is my thread today, yes.
This is not just for the camera. We don't get done at the end of this thing and put a fork into it and take a big old bite and look you right in the eye and say, this is the best thing we've ever made, regardless of how it tastes.
No.
No.
I'll tell you if I did something poorly. And I have told you if I've done, and that's when I say, don't be like me. And then pay more attention to what you're doing.
Someday when I have some time and space, I'm going to start creating a list of like people that that we could give some of these felt objects away to. And just make that list really broad, you know, like purveyors and suppliers and all kinds. Because, you know, we have quite a few.
I should make some for the print shop this year. I've made some for the post office people.
Because I insisted.
Well, yeah, I always give one to Mr. Steve, but I made one for Francis as well, at your insistence. But I should make some for the print shop folks.
The insistence was because the post office people were not that happy when we would come down with like 100 packages at Christmas time.
It's true.
So I was like, make them an ornament. Now
they smile at us.
We made that work.
We made that work. All right, we're back to stitching the middle. And again, I just came through between the back layer and the middle middle and front layers.
Oh, we're back to where we were like 6 minutes ago or something. Yes. Okay, great. And we're doing the inside first because it's easier to hide your tails.
Yes.
And after you get sewing through the inside, we're gonna start the outside and then work on the polyfill.
Yes.
And then after we do that, it's bow time.
Yes. Because we are gonna straight up glue that bow on. There's no shame in that game.
There's no shame, and there's no shame at all. In fact, I have right here, I can show everybody. We are going, for the first time in a Stitching Live, we're going to get out.
That's not the first time.
This isn't the first time?
No.
When else have we used a hot glue gun?
The first one. Remember we left it plugged in by accident, and the whole time we went to go pick up Tilly from school, we were like, oh gosh, I hope we don't burn our house down.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. Careful, if I hold this up in front of the camera too long, people are going to be like, why are you using a glue gun that's even older than your bag of polyfill?
It's
because they make fancy glue guns nowadays.
I know.
There are fancy glue guns out there in the world.
And I looked at some of them. What?
I'm sorry, Shari just said she thinks that I need a syllabus before class.
That's funny.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. A syllabus.
No, we've used the glue gun before.
But it was the very first one we did. I mean, I was barely keeping it together. I'm so nervous in front of the camera.
Oh, you stop.
Just sweating buckets, you know.
Well, you weren't the one who forgot to unplug it.
I sent you an email with pics of the granddaughter's birthday party banner and crown. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that later. That's awesome.
I love seeing everybody's pictures. I really do. It makes me smile. All right, so again, this is just the running stitch. There's nothing fancy. You could do a blanket stitch, I suppose.
You could totally do a blanket stitch on the inside or the outside of your wreath. This is what the blanket stitch was for.
Indeed, it's edges.
The blanket edge stitch, as I like to call it, because that's what it's actually doing.
Sure. I am not super comfortable with the blanket stitch. I mean, I've done it, but it's not my first choice. Just because I have not done it a lot.
Okay.
Which maybe is a tip for me. I should challenge myself in an upcoming release to use it.
To use a blanket stitch?
So I get more comfortable with it, yeah.
Yep. Tracy says she has a question. She's trying to use batting instead of poly, but is there a denser type of batting because hers seems too light?
I just use multiple layers.
Oh, there you go. You can just layer up there, Tracy. I think Tracy lives in Arizona, so layering is not that, she's not that familiar with layering because she's in a climate where one must not layer. Don't come at me in the chat about the climate in the Southwest, okay?
I usually just layer, but and I do at least 2, if not 3, sometimes 4.
Whoa, get out of here.
I know.
4?
It seems like it.
Step back.
Well, the thing is, when you do that many layers, it seems a little ridiculous at first because it's like that. And you gotta smoosh everything together with your fingers to get the edges down. But then it doesn't seem crazy when it's finished.
It just seems so decadent.
It's like a triple stuffed Oreo.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like a pillow top mattress.
But I think there are denser battings. I just don't know what they are.
Tracy, you could go into your attic and just grab some fiberglass insulation. You could give that a try. I've never done it, and I've never heard of it working.
But he just wants to be part of the conversation.
That could help. That might work. Yeah, you can give that a try.
I maybe would not suggest.
She says, I've tried layering, but it seems like I've seen people use batting and it seems dense. Huh. She has confirmed that layers are not their friends in Arizona, just by the way. That's good to know. Okay.
I die cut my layers and it sort of flattens them. What? I
think the chat just caught up to me talking about the fiberglass insulation, I think. All of a sudden, someone in the house is like, is there a draft by this window? I've never noticed that before. And you're stitching in the corner like, what?
Ooh, what?
Nothing. What? Nothing.
Nothing to see here.
Deb says that cotton batting is a bit thicker.
Okay.
There you go.
Cotton
Cotton batting would be a little bit thicker. Okay. Does it come in a 12-ounce bag that'll last you 2 presidential cycles? That's what I want to know.
That bag has not lasted me that long. That bag has been around for much less time.
Okay, got it. So just a midterm cycle. Okay, that's good.
Right. Anywho. Yeah. I've never tried the cotton batting, though. Now I want to try cotton.
What kind of batting do you use typically?
It's like the...
Is polyester?
Yeah,
it's like polyester
quilt batting.
Poly quilt batting, okay. What I'm using is a medium loft. I'll have to see if there's a different loft. Mary says that she uses cotton batting. There you go.
There you go. I usually just would buy whatever was on sale at the store. I don't know a lot about batting.
No, this is great. This is why the 30 of us are here today. This is why all 30 of us are here, is to discuss these kinds of details. They matter.
They do.
They're super important, and people are curious about it, and it's great that we have a chance to talk about it.
I'm glad that there is a place to share. That is true, because I don't honestly know the answers to some of these things either, and I like crowdsourcing the information.
This is not unlike a conversation that I would have in the restaurant, like chopping cauliflower. That's true. Like when we had a moment where it's like, okay, what's the next project on the list? Oh, we're doing 9 cases of cauliflower. It's like, okay, that's an hour and a half of work.
So let's just start talking about it.
We start chopping cauliflower, and next thing you know, we're talking about something else. And it may be something pertinent to like cutting the cauliflower faster,
Well, there you go.
No, it's quilt batting, much bigger bags, depends on which size you buy.
I think I bought like a queen. I don't know where the bag for it is.
Maybe we should do a live and we should get someone from the batting and polyfill industry. We could do when you used to talk about doing a podcast.
A polyfill lobbyist?
When you used to talk about doing a podcast, right?
Yeah.
It was always like, I want to talk to designers or people,
I want to
right?
talk to people from all walks of the industry, sure.
It never once occurred to me that what we could do in addition or instead is like,
find a polyfill lobbyist.
Let's just bring on like a regional sales manager for polyfill and just let them go. Just let them go.
I don't know what to say about any of that.
Oh, that would be so crazy. Audrey prefers cotton batting too because she scissors it rather than die cutting it so it doesn't flatten.
That's fair. That's why I just use so many layers, I think.
That's right.
Because when it flattens, it doesn't flatten as much on the dies that are open in the middle. So like the O would flatten things more.
Yeah.
Because it's solid.
Yeah.
Whereas like the cookies from I just skipped a no I didn't skip, I just went back at the beginning. The cookies are all open in the middle, so like those weren't as.
And Deb says that you can always find any friends that might have extra batting that they cut off after finishing a quilt.
Oh, that's a really good thought.
Those trimmings work really well. There you go. Okay, waste not, want not there, Deb. Thank you. It took a while for Deb to kind of get rolling today, and all of a sudden, here she is, and she is just hitting...
Sharing the good stuff.
I say it took a while. I mean, she was the one who was talking about the Como. Deb, why did I think that you lived in Michigan? You're in Minnesota this whole time. I'm so sorry. I don't know where everybody in this chat lives, but in my head, for some reason, I had Michigan instead of Minnesota. I use warm and natural needled cotton batting. I cut 3 layers, is what Sue in Connecticut says. There you go.
There you go. Now I feel like I need to go to Michael's. Buy myself some cotton batting.
Yeah, well, you know, that's fine. I'll be here. I'll keep the home fires burning.
I am going to go away this weekend.
That's right.
With my sister.
That's right.
And she would like to learn to do some of these things. So I'm going to take a bunch of supplies with me and teach my sister how to do some stitching.
I forget what she asked about cupcakes specifically. That's what it was, yeah.
Yes, because my sister is an incredible baker, but she does a craft fair in the winter, and she wants to decorate her tree with felt cupcakes at her table. So I told her I would bring some things so she could die cut her own little.
Okay, it looks like you're close to being around the inside there.
I'm about quarter of the way around the second time. Sorry, everybody.
That's fine.
Takes a little time. Let me see here.
There you go. Okay, so Audrey says you can buy small amounts of batting for a crib quilt size that lasts forever.
Yes.
Usually
I think that's the one that I got, but mine's the poly.
Got it.
And it does last forever. And Louis recently knocked it down so he could make it a bed. So now I need to roll my batting because it's covered in glue.
Mary Kobe says that their Michaels used to have the good batting, but now she can't find it there. And that's a good plug from Deb about going to local quilt shops to keep those. Yeah. I was just in a local quilt shop this weekend in Amish country when I was in Sugarloaf, Ohio. Sugar Creek, Ohio. Sugar
Creek. It's not Sugarloaf. Sugarloaf is the mountain on which people ski.
Ah, that's right. Okay, so Sugar Creek, Ohio, which is where the world's largest cuckoo clock is. This weekend, I stood at the base of the world's largest cuckoo clock.
That's right.
And we had to pass some time when it was 90 degrees before seeing this thing start to do its cuckoo. And we went into a quilt shop. It was nice. Tilly was in the rack there. They had all these racks of quilts that were finished that you could buy for like $900, right? Sure. And she was going through them one at a time, like posters in a poster shop. Uh-huh. And every like 10th one, she's like, Mama would love this one. And I was like looking at it like, it's the thought that counts.
That's code for Tilly would love this one. It's not me that's being shopped for in that moment. That is our sweet Babu. She's pretty funny about the things Mama would love are often questionable. But that's okay. She's funny about it. All right. Whoop. We're about halfway around the second time on the inside.
It seems like warm and natural that's the vibe. That's what Shari's using as well. There you go. Okay.
Okay. Noted. Well, now I need to get some of that stuff.
Needled cotton batting. Needled. That means they like poke at it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't understand why things get needled.
To make the fibers bind together, like weave together.
I just found 2 locally owned fabric stores. One is literally 2 minutes from my house.
Oh.
I'll have to swing by and see what she has. Thank you, everyone. Tracy, that's great. Just
that's really great.
Make sure you fill us in next week, Tracy, though, because this is going to be an open loop.
Yeah, what are we doing next week? I can't remember.
Are you asking what we're stitching next week?
Yeah.
Or are you asking just like what's on the calendar next week? I don't know. Let me see if I can find out here. We usually don't talk about this until the bitter end,
well, I know I've been sewing in a circle for a while. So
I'm just saying Pavlov's dog, everybody's going to start salivating and they're going to be turning off their lamps and reaching for their plugs and,
what?
That's what, you're plugging your phone in and stuff. You've closed the tab that has our stitching live.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I can use a computer. That's fine. We're on a regularly scheduled program, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the next week is supposed to be the apple of autumn.
Oh, that's right. Autumn apple. That's right.
Warm and natural or warm and white.
Because school starts in August, and so I figured it would be a good make something for Tilly's new teacher sort of thing.
Renee says she once got a My Little Pony game for Christmas because her little girl said, "Mommy will love this."
That feels accurate. It does. It does. That's funny.
Well, anywho, we saw lots of quilts and we saw lots of fabric. I took a picture but never posted it.
That's true.
And it was
about this part of the trip.
You didn't? I thought we told you that we ducked into a fabric store.
You asked me if I noticed that you guys went to the fairy store, which I had
seen. Yeah. No, we also ducked into a fabric store. Like it was like I looked at it, I'm like, oh, there's a craft store over there, and she's like, crafts?
Yeah, well.
And we went in and it was like, well,
talk about Pavlov.
It's really a fabric. Yeah, it's really a fabric store.
That kid, man, she loves a craft.
Yeah, they did not. I don't think that there were any there may have been things hanging on the walls for small crafts, but we just wandered into where all the fabric was, and we were just there we were just spinning in circles, right, looking at all the fabric.
She loves a craft,
and of course the quilts. The quilts were beautiful. They were just incredibly traditional, as you might imagine.
Sure.
So the fabrics that they were made out of were super traditional. The patterns.
Calico-y.
Yeah. Very, very, very traditional.
That's okay.
Nothing wrong at all.
All right, so now that we're on the back here and we're back at where we began.
Yes.
We're going to go through the back, just the back.
Okay.
Pull it on through and then tie off our tails on the inside. And then you don't have to do anything with those tails because your outside is open. That's why we start on the inside. Because your outside is open, you just tuck them in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you're about to stitch the circle around the outside.
Yeah.
Which presumably will take more time than the circle around the inside, correct?
Theoretically.
Okay, great. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do here for a next little bit. Deb said she would hope to visit the Amish quilt stores someday. Come on down.
I'm going to make a hanger here real quick.
We're getting some crochet thread out now, everybody. Some crochet thread.
So whatever is left on the spool when we are done cutting sections for the kits and stuff, that is what I end up using.
Tracy would like you all to know that the only thing in her life that she's ever won was a quilt at a harvest festival years ago. It's a Texas star pattern that a lady made in the 1930s. Donated it to a quilting club and they raffled it off.
That's cool.
Wow, there you go.
Good for you.
That's a cool thing.
That is a cool thing. I love a quilt.
One of my good friends, we went to a wedding in Chicago back in May for a good friend of mine named Will. And Will's mother has been a quilt pattern designer
for years.
For decades. I forget how many quilts she herself has made. I mean, I asked her, how many quilts have you ever done? And she told me the number, but then she was like, but I mean, I've also done, and it's hundreds of quilt patterns.
She said she had done 400 and some odd patterns, but she'd made 200 and some odd quilts.
Quilts or something like that. Yeah, I mean, she's been published in books and magazines, and so.
Okay, so I'm going to start here at the top.
Uh-huh.
So I can get my hanger secured.
There you go.
So I'm just going to start anywhere. It's a circle. So I'm coming between, again, this back layer and the front 2 layers.
Yep.
And
that was me, sorry.
yeah.
Ugh.
And you're just going to find your sort of center to be able to put in your hanger. I'm just going to do a couple of stitches before I place my hanger.
Okay.
Which is right there. The center is right here. So then I'm going to spread the strands out just a bit so I can make sure that I'm going through the loop. So you're going through the loop between the 2. See, I didn't get it between the 2 there.
You're trying to get in between between
the threads.
The threads of the crochet.
You're going all the way through the loop, and that will hold your loop in place. And then just keep on stitching.
Sorry, while you were explaining that, my right foot found the polyfill that was on the floor.
I need the polyfill in a few minutes here.
Oh, you'll have the polyfill when you need it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm not trying to gatekeep the polyfill.
Well, I like to do small sections at a time. Okay, sir.
I know you like to do the polyfill in small because that's how we stuffed the little red dye. This is not the first time we've used polyfill in a life.
I know.
Even though it's the first time we've used a glue gun on the life.
It's
okay.
You're silly.
We definitely use polyfill for a little red. That's the only thing I've ever stuffed.
Yes. Well, yes. Okay. So usually I like to do just a few inches.
Okay.
And then I will stuff, because otherwise you get these long sections where you can't get your filling where you want it. And then it gets lumpy and hard. And
so you do about 2 inches or so.
So I do a couple inches.
Okay, here we go.
And then it does not take a lot to fill. Would you stop it?
You have to make your own fun in show business, you know?
You're silly. Okay, it doesn't take a lot to stuff this guy because it's not a huge...
No, it's a very small, very tasteful wreath.
So you're just going to kind of stuff it in and then stitch a little bit more. Am I on screen? Not even on.
You did no, you were. The first time you stuffed, you were definitely on screen. The only reason you were not on screen is when you set it down. I'm just over here checking on the chat. Deb's estimated that perhaps if she counts all the different baby quilts that she's made donated, she's maybe around 150 in her lifetime, which is an exceptional.
It is exceptional.
That is an exceptional oof of work.
Okay, so yeah, after you stuff a little, you stitch a little.
Obviously, baby quilts are very nice, but they're really like...
They are, though.
You know how youth is...
We still have the one that Tilly's...
Yeah, but you know how they say youth is wasted on the young? It's like, you know, you're giving a quilt to this thing that's going to, like, you know, mess it up.
Well, but Tilly loved hers. The one that my cousin who makes quilts, my cousin made Tilly a quilt.
What do you mean she loved hers?
She still loves it. She just doesn't, like, lay on it like she did every single day.
Oh, got it.
When she was really little. Like, we did tummy time on that quilt.
We did tummy time?
She did. No. Well, yeah, because when you went back to work,
okay,
she was like laying on the floor and stuff while I was pumping.
Granted, the donated ones were pretty simple. Deb, you don't have to do that, Deb. You do not have to qualify that,
no,
Deb.
No.
A quilt's a quilt, okay? It
is a handmade bit of love, and I think it is very impressive that you have made that many. Okay, so sew a little, stuff a little.
Sew a little, stuff a little.
Sew a little, stuff a little.
We've got someone new joining us. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for being here today.
Yes.
Baby quilts, they're a lot smaller, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tilly's got a couple, I guess.
Do baby quilts?
One that Aunt Donna made her one too.
I imagine they don't have they don't have a certain size. They just have a range of sizes, right? It's like I couldn't tell you either. Can you explain your stitching is the question that we have right now. Yes, when we get back to stitching here, after doing a little stuffing, we can. We're using a running stitch around the outside of this festive wreath right now.
Yes.
So...
It is just the classic back and forth sew.
Running stitch. So
And then we will go around the wreath a total of twice.
Of 2 times. So we stitch one direction around the
So,
circle, alternating holes.
And then you double back.
And then you double back and get the ones you missed.
Yes. So we're just going back and forth. And so it kind of gives the edge that sort of rippled look. But then when we go back around the second time,
if you pull that closer to the camera, will we be able to see the alternate? So we're doing the running stitch. When you go around the first time of the circle,
it's easier if you look at it from the back, so there's not as much. Oops, sorry.
There you go, drifted around. So the first time you go around the circle, you're going in every other hole with a running stitch, and when you reach the end where you started, you then double back the other direction.
Right. So then you can see it's kind of ripply here on the edge. And then on the inside, you can see it smooths out when you go over it the second time. Because the inside, we did all the stitches, all the 2 rounds already. So it's just back and forth all the way around. And again, if you have a preferred stitch, like I know some people prefer the back stitch. Yep. I know some people really prefer like the blanket stitch or a chain stitch or something. You can use any other stitch. It's just that this one I like because you end up going around, like I said, twice, and then you meet back at the beginning, so you end up tying off your tails together, and then you can hide them pretty easily because you're all in the same spot there. So just sew a little and stuff a little. And again, truly, I just do a couple of inches at a time. You don't have to do like half of it and then...
Yeah, you can already see the dimension on the stuff that you have been stuffing there as you lay it back on the table. Yeah. Barbara says she has a partly finished hexie quilt with pieces of fabric from over 100 years ago in it. It was started by her grandmother, contributed to by her aunts, her mom, her cousins, and herself, plus her granddaughter.
Wow.
How do you know when to finish it? Or you never finish it? Does it just get added on to forever?
How big would that bed have to be eventually? You know what I mean? Like
I was thinking, you know, over in the UK they have a lot of tapestries. Maybe it's going to be a tapestry someday.
That's true.
Maybe you hang that bad boy. Bits of fabric left over from making clothes and wedding dresses. Wow, there you go.
Cool.
Linda says, I'm currently working on a hexie English paper piercing quilt. Okay, I don't know what a hexie...
I know it has hexagons. That's
quilt looks like. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. Beautiful. I have the Texas Star got mentioned earlier today, too.
You would know that one if you saw it.
I think so, right? That's the, you know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We love all that Texas kind of stuff. The Texas Star, the Texas... Toast, the Texas Two-Step, the Texas Troubadour, my guy, Ernest Tubb.
Who? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Ernest Tubb. He was the Texas Troubadour. He's walking the floor over you. It just fits on a single bed at present. It needs more borders.
Okay.
There you go. And that hexie is going to get bigger. I love the name hexie. That's nice.
It is a fun... shortening of
We've never done anything hexy, have we? Is the busy bee, is there any kind of like, no, we've never done anything kind of honeycomby.
The layered snowflake is a big hex.
Ooh, like, Barbara says she likes the log cabin quilts.
Oh, those are pretty too. Those are the ones where it's like...
Yeah. Gigi had a pillow. Gigi had a pillow that was like downstairs in the basement that I always think about. That when I did our pillow for the ring bearer for our wedding, that was a log cabin. Yes. Yeah, the nicest thing I've ever sewn in my life. I've been making a Seven Sisters Christmas quilt, started in '95, hand cut and sewn. Wow. She's currently hand quilting. The stars are fussy cut so they look like a kaleidoscope. Whoa. Okay. My quilt's big enough for a king-size bed. They put on a history patch. Wow, that one that Tracy got is big enough for a king-size bed. Huh.
Wow.
This is great.
This is great.
We're stitching wreaths and we're talking quilts today, everybody. Belly up to, belly up to the bar. That's
belly
what we're
up to
doing.
the needlework bar, everybody.
I tried to talk about quilts early on. Everybody's like, let's just talk about. I tried to talk about wreaths early on. Everybody's like, let's just talk about quilts instead.
Punted like a football, Sean.
That's okay. Sue wants to know if we're going to come out with a candy corn die. That is the question.
Not this year.
And the answer is not this year, Sue.
Not this year.
That's okay. Just like candy corn, it
will live
a year from now. Yeah, the idea will still be there a year from now. Yeah.
We have.
If you don't know how candy corn is made or gets made or what its ingredients are, you could Google that this afternoon if you wanted a nice surprise in your life.
Is it a nice surprise?
I don't
know.
I think candy corn and other candies that are like it, that have like that glossy sort of quality. Haven't we talked about this before?
I don't know where you're going.
Oh, this was on the Office Ladies podcast.
Okay.
It's one of the components is like, it's some kind of like ingredient that they get from insects.
Yeah, that's in a lot of candy. It's
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I think candy corn is like the number one. No, it's not the biggest of Linda, there aren't many places to talk about quilts. Come on, Linda, you can go lots of places and talk about quilts.
We are here for the quilt.
You go to probably the library, the farmer's market. You probably go to Fellowship Hall at church to talk about quilts.
We are here for the
your local quilt shops. You could do that.
Not many people have local quilt shops anymore. Is so to speak still a thing?
I think we asked this question.
I think we have asked this question,
and
recently.
The answer was yes.
I think so too, but I don't remember.
Heroes never die.
But where are they now? They're not still in Clintonville, are they? They're up in like Worthington.
They relocated northward. Yes. So
I
to
bet
speak.
they would have batting that would be good.
Mary says, I made candy corn out of a layered spruce tree and cut off the excess.
Oh, the scallops?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Wild horses cannot keep Mary Kobe from doing what she wants to do. With a set
I love that so much.
If you can dream it, you can be it, Mary. This is crazy.
I have thought a lot about candy corn. It's just that seems to always fall off my.
I quite honestly can't tell you you said I think a lot about candy corn.
About making a dye.
I can't tell you the last time I had candy corn.
Same.
I don't I honestly don't think I could tell you.
Well, it's got gelatin in it, so I don't eat it.
Oh, is that what it has? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know. And this is not...
Aside from the confectioner's glaze, which is what you were talking about earlier. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Look, this is not a cry for help. I don't want anyone to bring me, send me, feed me candy corn. I'm just saying, I cannot remember. Facebook groups, quilt guilds, and quilt shows. I would love to bust into a quilt guild. That would be awesome.
I'm sure you would.
That would be so awesome.
He means that sincerely.
To talk shop? Yeah.
He's not kidding around.
I mean, I can vamp in a Stitch Live. I could totally hang in a quilt guild.
How many new hobbies are you gonna You already have the rocks.
I'm a Renaissance man. You don't ask a Renaissance man how many hobbies he could have.
All right.
Jeez Louise.
Tilly has sucked Sean into her rock hobby, so now the two of them they enjoy the rocks and gems.
We don't have to go down that road. That's a rocky one. What?
Did you hear the internet groan? Because I did.
The internet did not groan. Mom reminds me that she always has candy corn in the fall. Yeah, I know. Yes. I'm not touching this stuff. Some of the UK guilds are quite snobby, Barbara says.
I've heard that.
Hang on a second. No, I'm pulling up a chair for this.
He's here for the tea.
Yeah. What's snobby about a quilt?
Spill, Barbara, spill.
First of all, we could talk about that. We could also talk about the great British sew-off that's happening right now.
That's right. How did that go?
I don't know. The stitch-off, this got teased to us 2 or 3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. But then, we got kind of
and then, and things started happening.
Yeah.
All right, so Barbara's got to warm up the phalanges, Barbara, or the thumbs, especially embroiderers guilds. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
I've heard that because it used to be only certain classes of people got to embroider or whatever. Only certain classes of people had the time and resources. So that doesn't really surprise me.
Deb just hit her with that good old DIY American spirit to start your own, Barbara, with 2 exclamation points. Yeah, Tanya, you guys crack me up. I watch not for the instruction, but for the banter.
We've heard that before.
Thank you, Tanya. Tell all your friends. It's the best afternoon. It's at 9 tonight. The Sewing Bee. That's right.
The Sewing Bee.
And a bunch of people that maybe had the Roku have been watching the back episodes. That's what we learned, right? If you want to watch the back episodes.
Oh.
Sean, our granddaughter has a collection of rocks in her backyard everywhere. We have rocks on many surfaces.
We have rocks.
Yeah, we have rocks on many, many surfaces around the place right now.
Rocks.
Yep. Tilly's got rocks in a bunch of different places.
We have a display box of rocks.
We're just learning. We're doing everything we can over here.
All right, I'm going around now for the second time. We got rocks.
Mary says, correction, the candy corn is a layered pencil pine.
Ah.
That's 2 more demerits, Mary.
Oh, stop picking on Mary.
2 more.
Oh, dear. All right. Again, you're going to make sure you go through that loop to lock it in so that it's nice and secure.
This is your first time around, is it not?
Mm-mm.
This is the second time around?
I'm now starting my second time.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You're starting your second time around.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can you imagine me trying to bust into a snobby embroiderer guild? I mean, can you imagine if I was like using the wrong salad fork? You know what I mean?
You would make a splash, I think.
I don't know about that. They would probably show me to the door.
Well.
And then I'd go outside after I've been thrown out of the snobby embroidery place. I'd go outside, to walk myself home and get hit by a car because I was looking the wrong direction at the traffic. You know what I'm saying? And that would be the end of me. That's the tale of Sean in the in the British Embroidery Guild.
The tale of woe.
That's great. It's a real whodunit, and the answer is, I don't know, a double-decker bus.
Oh, Sean Jones.
Don't you think?
You're going to get us canceled in the
We're
UK.
definitely not going to get canceled in the UK. Absolutely not. People, they love us in the UK. We love the UK.
We do love the UK.
I just wish I knew more about exclusive quilt or...
For a while,
this is great.
Okay, my thread is getting too short, obviously.
Okay, thread chicken.
So I'm going to come through between the layers.
Uh-huh.
And just come straight through there, and then I'm gonna cut this in half. I'm not
Okay.
gonna do this whole thing again, because
The next time I meet someone with a British accent, this is the first thing I'll ask them if I remember.
do you think I would get kicked out of an embroiderer's guild?
Or just like, hey, what do you know about embroiderers guilds? The Royal School of Needlework is based at Hampton Court Palace, I think, Sharon says.
I have heard of this thing, and I've
The
heard
Royal
that it
School
is
of Needlework?
very, very, it can be very sophisticated. I don't know that I would fit in very well. I'm not a sophisticated lady.
Well, everybody on the website is smiling. Oh, she's not smiling. Life comes at you fast when you're browsing the internet, man. Wow, look at this stuff. Okay. You could really go somewhere on this website. There are just pictures everywhere. Holy smokes. All right. You know what?
All right.
Unsurprisingly, they take this pretty seriously.
I'm going to come back between the layers of felt. And I'm not going to tie it off yet. I'm just going to start stitching.
Yes.
I've noticed that when I try and tie off at the very beginning, it tends to use up a ton of my thread.
Uh-huh.
And so if you stitch a few stitches first,
Yep.
it's already held into place, so you don't use as much thread.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
And that way, you're not like going through a whole bunch of your thread first thing. I'm going to tie it off now, but I'm not going to hide the ends until the end.
You're not going to hide the ends until the end.
Until I'm finished stitching, because my needle's busy.
You're going to wait to the end to hide the ends.
Correct.
Okay.
And we're just going to keep stitching it around here.
I am so gone.
He's gone. He's down a rabbit hole.
Completely gone at the RSN Embroidery Studio. Holy smokes.
Jonesy.
I clicked on one thing and I'm gone.
He's...
Okay. Let me catch up.
Yeah.
Let me catch up. Oh, good. No one has any... Oh, Deb's saying they have a great website. Guess what? I just got sucked in.
Sean found it.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, on the website, what I found is like the very first thing I clicked on was like, oh, we made 8 things for the 2023 coronation of King, who are we up to now? King Charles III. And I clicked on it and you're just looking at like, oh yeah, they hand make all of those like unbelievable. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be down a rabbit hole later today.
No, I'll forget about this in a few hours. It's okay. And besides, even if I tried to follow it on Instagram, the algorithm wouldn't show it to me anyways.
Yeah, the algorithm.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. I make my living in craft products, and if I add something like the RSN embroidery school to my Instagram feed, they're like, no. You don't really want to see that.
You just want cat videos.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. No, you don't want that.
Which, admittedly, I also want.
No.
But...
That place looks very climate controlled. The pictures look...
Oh, I imagine.
You know how you can look at a picture of a place and realize like they've got air purifiers and the temperature is probably 68 degrees? You know what I mean? That's what those photos look like for sure.
Fair enough. I don't know how that works. But...
Wow, Barbara's over here talking about having... She said she entered a lot of craft shows and did a lot of embroidery when she was a child. She still has her cutwork tray cloth with her ancestors' cross-stitching samplers from the 1830s.
Wow.
That's so cool, Barbara.
It is cool. It's super cool.
I studied history in college of a certain type, and but you know, anything that's historical, you've got me. I'm gone. So stuff from the 1830s from your family, right on. I'm like the keeper of the ancestry stuff in my house. And I would get excited about that kind of stuff.
Bookshelves full of genealogy and photos. It's pretty great to look at all that stuff.
Okay.
Yep. We're about halfway through here. And then we'll do the bow.
We'll do the bow. It is approximately 2:21 Eastern Daylight Time. And you said the bow is going to involve some hot glue as well.
Yes. Would you plug that in for me?
Can you imagine trying to get into the RSN embroidery school with a hot glue gun?
You know what?
I bet they have a metal detector.
Did I not already say there's no shame in this
There's
game?
no shame in it at all. I'm just saying that seems like a place where perhaps they're not hot gluing anything. They don't have metal detectors. They have hot glue detectors.
I like my hot glue gun. My cheap... old hot glue gun.
They have they have adhesive. They have adhesive detectors there.
Got like glue stick sniffing dogs.
Glue, yeah. You're not getting in there with any paste. You're not getting the glue sticks, hot glue guns. What's that like shoe glue?
PVA.
PVC cement. Like
PVA.
I can picture it in my head. Oh boy, I lived in England as a kid, loved seeing all the history classes, etc. This is great. They probably use 18-count gold needles, Barbara says.
Wow.
Well, she says probably, you know, you make those kind of statements and no wonder everybody thinks that they're a little snooty. You know what I'm saying?
I use plain old steel.
Okay, hang on everybody. I've got to go plug in a hot glue gun. Don't at me.
It will take seconds, my dear.
Not if I make a meal out of it.
Oh dear.
It's okay as it comes this direction?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Great. All right.
I mean, it probably should stand up, but so it's not just like burning a hole in the table. But yeah, I see you over there slow walking it. Goofball. I won't poke you with the needle.
Okay, all right, I'm back in the game.
I wouldn't actually poke you.
Back in the game. Deb says she dreams of visiting England, Scotland, Wales, etc.
Scotland is beautiful.
Scotland is beautiful. We've only been 2 places off the North American continent, and those 2 places are Scotland and Italy, Rome, in that order. Barbara wants to know if this is cool melt or hot melt.
This is hot.
What is cool melt?
Safer for your
Other than a cool melt sounds like something you get at Taco Bell. What is cool melt?
Safer for your fingertips.
They make glue that's...
I like to live on the edge.
Huh.
Yes.
They make a glue that, wait.
Yeah, I don't know.
How is Cool Melt glue different from just like a bottle of Elmer's? Okay, great. Well, you have to whisper about it. People on camera can't hear you.
I think because it starts in a stick, just like this does, but somehow I don't know if it just has a lower melting point or what.
That to me is like when you use a blow dryer with a cool button, right? That's what we're talking about, sort of?
I guess.
Okay, do you have a small bowl of water nearby in case you get it on your skin, Deb wants to know.
No.
And the answer, Deb, is no. We are young and restless.
I have a hand that can go yow. That's what I have.
Cool Melt is still hot, just not quite as hot. You'll still burn
Oh.
yourself. Okay.
No, this is the hot. I think I got this glue gun for like under $5 at Joann's or Michael's in the last like 10 years because my other one did completely die on me.
Got it. Victoria's off to Wales next week and came back from Scotland a few weeks ago.
Ooh. I would like to see the mountain and the village.
You would like to see Snowdon and Wreath? That's what you'd like to see?
And Llanberis.
Llanberis, yeah, okay.
Which is definitely not said the way that I just pronounced it. But
no, I think it's pronounced Shanberis or something like that.
I've tried to Google it before, and I don't know if like the Google voice is just real weird or if I'm truly just having a hard time understanding.
Deb says that's her tip for the day. She does this when she's using a glue gun with Girl Scouts, and that tip is from Martha Stewart. When you think
that's very smart.
When do you think was the last time Martha Stewart got herself with a glue gun?
I don't know. But I bet she had a bowl of water nearby just in case.
No, I bet she didn't, and that's why she started telling everybody, hey, the last time I got into it with a glue gun, you know what I wish I would have had?
A bowl of water.
A bowl of water.
That's smart. No, usually I just tell Tilly that any glue gunning has to be done by Mama, and then I try not to swear. That's what usually happens.
Barbara's going to the Isle of Wight in August, and she climbed Snowdon many years ago. There you go.
That's cool. That's our...
I'd love to... It was... No,
be careful. Our town has a lot of the Welsh names and stuff.
Victoria says she's going to be staying at Llanberis. There you go.
Oh. That's cool.
You're tying off the thread for the wreath right now, the outside?
I tied it off already. I'm hiding the ends.
Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to move the camera over to your camera here in just a second. I know you're going to be hot glue gunning and all.
Yeah. I need my needle threader here.
No, wrong.
The needle threader chopped off an end earlier, so I was trying to avoid using it, but...
The needle threader chopped off an end?
Yeah, it, like, broke one of the thread ends a bit ago, so I was trying to avoid using it, but it seems like maybe I needed to use it. And I'm just... So the way that I do this... Where is this?
You're doing great. You're right there.
Okay. I pull my needle into the project... And then, here's my threader. You thread the needle. There we go.
Uh-huh.
And then pull the thread through.
Yeah, this is the tip for finishing everything.
Yeah, well then just saying to hide the ends, because I did it without saying anything about it before, and I should probably... actually share what I'm doing. So pull it into the project.
Uh-huh.
Thread the needle.
You pull the needle into the project.
Yes.
Then you put the threader into the needle.
Yes.
Then you put the thread into the threader.
Yes.
Pull the threader into the needle.
Pull the thread into the needle if you can. There we go. And then
you're gonna shove that into the project
through
and snip it.
And then snip to hide the
And now it's hidden. That's how they do it at the Royal School of Needlework.
Oh, you know what's terrible?
What's that?
I put my hanger in the wrong place. It's not centered.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay, you know what we're gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna pull out the...
How are you gonna do that?
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna fix it. Maybe I'll just, you know what? We're just gonna make this a little bitty wreath that we're gonna hang from itself like this.
Okay.
Because,
no one can see you doing that here. I gotta switch the camera over. Ready?
Apparently, I had put my hanger like way over here, which does not make any sense.
Your camera's on. You can show people. You can look at your camera and talk to people if you want.
My needle or my hanger was like way over here, which is goofy and doesn't make sense. So we're just gonna make this a little, and it'll hang on like a doorknob or something. Oh, that would be really cute on a doorknob.
Of course it'd be really cute on a doorknob. Come on.
Okay.
It'd be cute anywhere.
It'd be cute anywhere.
It'd be cute anywhere. It's a festive wreath.
It's a festive wreath.
Okay, great. So now you're gonna hot glue gun?
First I'm gonna stitch just a little.
What?
Because the bow has parts to stitch.
The bow has parts to stitch. Okay. I don't know much about assembling bows, even though I was here once when a bow got assembled.
Okay.
Okay.
So this longer part.
Which longer part?
This part here. Where's my camera?
Hang on. I'm going to find your camera. Just give me a second. There. Boom. And I'll get this out of the way. Shazam.
Okay.
Okay.
So this piece.
Scout has a wreath for her tent. Of course Scout has a wreath for her tent. Okay.
You fold in, so that you've made like a little sandwich.
Uh-huh.
And then you take the tails.
Okay.
And layer them on top so all the holes line up.
So there are holes in the parts that you folded.
Yes.
And those line up with the holes on the ribbon tails.
Yes.
And then you get the needle out.
Yes.
And you stitch those together.
You're just going to go straight through.
Uh-huh.
And then straight back.
Tracy says she forgets to put her hanger in all the time, so she just threads it through and shoves the knot into the inside.
I've tried that, and today I don't have the energy to fight with it. So we're just going to do it this way. And you could always take it, you can always do it later. I've done it where I've taken it down and back up again and then tied a bow at the top to make it look really purposeful.
Uh-huh.
That may be what I end up doing here eventually, but not right this second because I don't have my red.
But how many stitches are in that bow? Is it just 2 or is it 4?
It's just 2.
There's just 2 stitches
There's
in there.
2 holes.
There's
one
2 holes.
Stitch.
1 stitch, 2 holes. So you're just zook.
So you just zook, and then
Barbara said this is such a cute bow. It'd make a great hair slide.
It would. So then I just tie it in a knot once, and then I wrap around a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Just to sort of cinch the middle a little bit more. And then I tie off a second time.
There's a bow tip for you right there.
I hope you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, you can see what you're doing. I mean, people could see you going around the top there. All right, so you do the 1 stitch through the 2 holes, and then you go top to bottom. You wrap it a couple of times.
Just to sort of give it a little bit of a cinch. And then these ends, you can chop off pretty tight because they're going to get covered with glue in a second. So I'm not worried that they'll come loose. And then you take this little light of mine, this little rectangle strip
Oh,
here.
wow. Yeah, okay. This is advanced stuff now. That's such a tiny piece.
Well, you just wrap it around.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to go around your bow. And
so it's hiding the stitch that you just did.
It hides the stitch.
And it's hiding this is like a trim piece here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then you take your glue gun.
This is what we're glue gunning.
Mine had glue dripping off the end, so
okay.
I'm just going to put that down there first.
Buckle up, everybody. This is only the second time we've used a glue gun.
Right.
Right.
Not ever, but...
On the show, silly. The show. Okay.
And then you're going to put another little dab there.
I missed where the first dab went, but okay.
Ooh, that's a big dab.
Yeah, well.
Just watch your fingertippies, if you're me, put it too big a dab.
You can always touch your fingers to my Nalgene, which is cold and sweating on the outside if you need to.
Or I will just use the tip of my...
Oh no, then your scissors are going to be tacky forever.
They're not, because I'm not on the glue. I'm on the...
Oh, wow.
Felt.
I've learned a lot there. Okay, great.
And I've got a fingernail that it's glued to, but that's okay. See, fingernails, they're getting glued, and they don't care at all.
Okay.
And then you're just going to put a little bit more glue there.
And then you're going to glue this to your wreath?
Yep.
Okay, you have to drop your wreath down just a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Right there.
And that's that, huh?
And that's that. You can stitch the ends of the little middle part if you want, and you can sew it to the wreath if you want. And I did that on this one because I was on a cruise ship and I had no options. But it's also possible just to do it this way.
Weird flex, but okay. Show the other ones. Get all three of them on the table there. Here, let me get our heads out of the way. People can see this. Here. We're clearing the decks. Speaking of being on a boat. Clear the decks!
So
the one you made today is in the top left. That's Conifer, which we're calling our favorite Christmas screen.
Current favorite Christmas screen.
Yes, sorry. Our current. But then...
Yes. And then this one was... this is... both. They're Grove and Weathered Moss.
That's Grove and Weathered Moss. Weathered Moss is on the outside. Grove is on the inside.
On this one. And then Grove is on the outside. Weathered Moss is on the inside on this one.
That's the Bizarro there.
And these were done actually with the heirloom color story. And this is just me pulling some colors that I thought would be fun together.
But what are all the different white accents that are on the other? Those are sequins. Yeah, what's going on down there?
Those are sequins.
Show that a little bit because it's drifted off camera there.
These are sequins that are in the heirloom color story. They're really, it's hard to see on camera, but they're pale pink. And
those you just placed, not helter skelter, but it's not like you just kind of place them around. There's no rhyme or reason there.
No.
It's not like, oh, on the pattern, if you look, you can put them here or here or here.
No, I mean, there are gaps in the pattern where you could put them, but I was just going for triangles, visual triangles.
All around the outside there.
Mm-hmm,
okay. Well, there you go.
There you go.
Those are our festive wreaths.
Yes.
Now the camera's back on you.
Oh, boy.
I'll put that down there in the bottom. There you go. Wow, there you go. We got to the end of that kind of quickly, huh?
Yeah, the bow is not, it's not a hard thing to do. They come together really quick. It's just a matter of...
Yep, and so if you have the statement alphabet O, and then you get the festive wreath, you're in business.
Yes.
If you don't have either one, you just have to get both. And that's okay. Then you'll have a letter O. It's magic.
Yeah, the letter O is great for a lot of things, too. It's good for boo. It's good for ho, ho, ho. It's good for XO, XO, XO for Valentine's Day.
You got 3 holidays with only 5 letters, right? No, 4. H-O, and the B, and the X. 4 letters.
4 letters.
We'll get you
3 holidays.
3 holidays worth of stuff.
But then like L-O-V-E for Valentine's Day is also good.
Well, now you're up to 7 letters.
I'm just saying.
It's
a good versatile letter if you don't have it yet. It's helpful for a lot of things.
Yes, all the things. And generally speaking, if we have a product called a details die, it might mean that you have to have another die first.
It definitely means that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If it says details anywhere in the title of the die, it requires a different die, and in the web description, it will be noted what that die is.
Yes.
Usually in bold and italics. So look for that.
And then you'll know which to get.
And then you'll know what you need. Yeah.
Shari says, I got plans for that O. Okay. Man. All right. Man, Shari's just like...
She's dropping hints.
She's just the queen of the hints today. It was like she's talking about going out to buy a wreath.
I love it.
This all started with Shari's wink early on in this chat today. And now she's like Carmen Sandiego out here.
Feisty,
you know what I mean? Just leaving breadcrumbs all over the place. All right. From Nashville to Norway, thanks for being here today, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Next week, we're going to be stitching...
The apple.
The autumn apple. Because it's not quite autumn, but maybe there'll be apples here soon, eh?
There were apples at the farmer's market.
Okay, so the early apple varietals are out there nowadays.
Yes, they are. But
that's a triple threat, Shari.
I figured if anybody is wanting to make school things, we will have time in the 3 or whatever weeks before your children start school.
Sharon thinks those would make cute napkin holders on a Christmas table.
Oh, they might, yeah, for sure.
Especially if you have really big napkins, if you have a really messy family.
No, I mean a regular napkin if it's rolled.
Oh, of course, you're right about that.
Or if it's like made into a fan.
You got all kinds of napkin ideas here, so...
Yes, usually you give Tilly a napkin and she insists that she hasn't gotten one. And then you point point it out on her lap.
That's
She's
right.
like, oh, right.
All right, babe. Well, we'll see you all next week.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
And we hope you have a great week.
We do.
And we'll see you next time we're Stitching Live.